Welcome everyone to our next segment in which we'll be discussing working with an executive recruiter. First up, why are recruiters so tight-lipped about their client names? We'll discuss right here.
Well, hi everyone. Welcome back to our Legal Tech Q&A with David and Erica. We've got a couple more questions for you today. Erica is actually going to be asking me a few things about being a recruiter. So, what you got?
Well, David, I have been on the side of looking for a job in the past, and there were just a couple of questions I figured that I'm sure I'm not the only one that has these questions. So working with an executive recruiter, my first question for you is, why are recruiters so tight-lipped about their client names?
Okay, that is a very good question. I get that every day. There's a few different reasons. Some of the time, less frequently, a lot of the times there's actually confidential searches that are going on. So say a company is in some kind of legal technology software and they've perhaps invented or purchased another company and they have a new solution they're rolling out to market. Well, if they're looking for people with specific skills, they might not want everyone else out there, and as far as competitors, knowing what they're coming up with. Same thing with salespeople. If a company is maybe expanding to the West Coast and they're trying to hire some salespeople in Los Angeles and San Francisco, they don't necessarily want everybody on the street knowing that they are planning to expand out that way. And then sometimes there's actually a difficult situation where an executive recruiter may be asked to help with a confidential replacement of someone. So if a company has a key person and a key role, they need someone doing that job, but the person doing it is not doing a good job. Sometimes they'll ask us to very quietly go out and try to find someone who can replace that person because they need to find someone who can do a better job, but they need someone filling those, filling that requirement in the meantime and until they find someone. So those are a couple of the reasons. And then the main reason is really because most of us executive recruiters work on a contingency basis, meaning we only get paid if we submit a candidate to a company and then the company hires that candidate. So many times there's multiple recruiting companies that are working on the same positions for the same company. Sometimes a candidate may have been in the industry for a long time and they may even have a personal relationship with a recruiter B and say, I'm recruiter A and I call and I'm recruiting for ABC company. And they'll say, oh, thank you for calling, I'll get back to you. And then they call their buddy that's a recruiter and say, oh, are you working with ABC company? And they can put them in there. So it's just a way we kind of protect ourselves to ensure that we have interested and qualified, viable candidates so that we can, screen them. And if they're good, we'll let them know which good for the role, I mean.
Right.
Let them know who our client is and if they know the company and give them the opportunity to do some research. And if they'd like to be submitted, then we'll submit them. So that's one of the reasons. And another reason is sometimes we work in a small niche and there may only be 10 or 20 companies out there in a particular geographic area or even fewer that handle the specific type of work that our client company is doing. So
Gotcha.
We can't work with all of those companies because our client asks us to find someone who's been selling widgets. Well, there's only 4 other companies in that area that sell widgets. So if they were our clients, we couldn't recruit out of them. So
Right.
sometimes we have to be limited to the amount of clients we have in a particular space because we just need the other companies as recruiting ground, and we can't ethically recruit out of client companies. I know I certainly don't.
Yes.
So
Thanks for watching. Next up, why don't recruiters submit me to a bunch of other companies?